Nang Hong Lam. So, well, first of all, I just want to point out that, I don't want to mislead anyone about the whole, like, talking in front of the camcorder and so, like, these, because I have been doing like, because, like, in the, especially in the last few video, I've been pointing out that I have been making these videos where I speak in front of the camcorder for, like, there's like over 100 of these. Each tape, 100 of these tapes so each tape is about an hour long. So especially in the last few, I've been pointing that out. So I don't want to mislead anyone about the whole, like, maybe, I felt like maybe like speaking in front of the camcorder is for people who have active status, for people who have important things that they want to point out or wanted to say to the audience, to the world. And so kind of in a way, like, this speaking in front of the camcorder is for that reason. So I don't want to mislead people on that. And it just felt like in my situation, it's like, because of all these conflicts in my life, it seems like, am I humiliating myself in front of the camcorder? Kind of like, get it into your head. It's for people who have active status, not for a shameful person, and kind of like these kind of mislead and things like that. It's like, so I just want to clear this. I don't want to mislead anyone on this. It's because I was saying it just. So basically, I want to just clear this misunderstanding. This whole, like, stop embarrassing yourself in front of the camcorder. Stop humiliating yourself in front of the camcorder. Start, like, it's for people who have active status, have very important things they have to say. So it's kind of like, in a way, I just want to clear this whole misunderstanding and mislead and things like that. It's like, so anyway, I'm just gonna begin with the whole, like, some summarizations of my situations. So basically, I just want to point out that it's just, I felt like well, first of all, let's tell what happened. Like, just gonna go through the summarizations, and then I'm just gonna say what happened in the within the days of time, and kind of like in a way just to just continue from there. And so basically, I just want to point out that, in a way, like, I have done, like, over 100 of these videos. There's like 100 of these tapes where I speak in front of the camcorder. So each tape is 1 hour long. So over 100 of these talking about my situations, the activities in my life and things like that. So it felt like it required some kind of a lot works to do, like, over 100 of these tapes, and it kind of like it take up a lot of time and schedule for a person to make this kind of commitment. So it's not like something you could just jump into, and decide to make like 100 of these tapes where you speak in front of the camcorder. So in a way, there has been some work has been done. It's not like something you could just jump into and expect it to accomplish it. It's like, so throughout the years of time, I have done over 100 of these tapes where I speak in front of the camcorder. I just want to point that out. It's just not something that you could just jump into and expect to accomplish it. And and also my the typing. I do not confuse anyone. When I say I'm typing the articles is about the situations in my life, that is in that category of non-fiction. It's like the events is in my life, like what happened in my life and things like that. So those articles is those 1,000 pages of articles is it's because it is in my life, and it is the things that's happening in my life and all of that. So it's like I'm the reporter who is kind of like I'm a self-employed myself to the PTTS company as a reporter to kind of type out all these articles is about my life, like these 1,000 pages. So you can look at it in a way like that, so that you don't it mislead anyone or confuse anyone of what's going on and things like that. So those 1,000 pages of article, you could look at as I self-employed myself to the PTTS company as a reporter to type out those 1,000 pages of articles is about my life, my situations, the activities is in my schedule and things like that. So just in a way, like, to not mislead anyone or confuse anyone. So that those 1,000 pages of article, you could look at it that way. So also it's not something you could just jump into. It's throughout those years of time, and 1,000 pages of articles, it's not something you could accomplish it by just jump into and expect it to accomplish it. It's like it's throughout the years of time that I have typed out those 1,000 pages of articles is about my life, the situations in my life, like activities is in my schedule and all of that. So at the same time, I don't want to confuse anyone or mislead anyone, because I also have the writing activities in my life, which I call it the workshop in my life, which the misunderstanding started on December 2011 when I burned all my writing, like boxes of my writing at the Camp Point park for days, I took about 2 days of time. So I usually go there like when no one's around, like during the night. Oh, actually, two locations: the Camp Point Park and the Mission Bay. Which is just looking for like places where, like, trying to find its limit. So kind of burned that without too much witness around, things like that. But there were some people who saw me, because I try to find a place without too much witness. So I just don't want to mislead anyone or confuse anyone because of that event where I burned all my writing. And also because of having writing activities is in my life and workshop. And I wrote some stories which are as like creative artist stories, which are considered as creative artist stories also. So I just don't want to confuse those 1,000 pages of articles. Do not confuse anyone. See those 1,000 pages of articles that I wrote as like I self-employed myself to the PTTS company as a reporter to write about the events in my life, the situations in my life, like the schedule, the activities in my schedule. So to not confuse and mislead anyone, see it as I self-employed myself to the PTTS company as a reporter to wrote those articles. So anyway, and at the same time, because of that whole having writing activities in my life / workshop in my life, and the whole December 2011 incident where I burned all my writings, boxes of my writings, so it's just because of those. I just don't want to miss, and then because because I do also do some creative artist writing also. And I did wrote some stories. So anyway, like I was saying, in the last, especially the last 3 video, which basically the last 3 video was just talking about the creative. Well, I don't want to confuse anyone. It's just because the way I see it, like the whole creative artist writing, beside like the articles about my life, like those 1,000 pages of articles about my life. Beside that, like the story I wrote, it's just about the, like the winning all my empty-handed combat fights and the accumulations of 199 first places in the Pro Tour /tournament. Just wanted to just like, telling people that I keep record of winning all my empty-handed combat fights and having accumulation of 199 first places in the Pro Tour /tournament. Just kind of in a way, just saying that I do keep record of those achievements as I have and things like that. Kind of like in a way, just want to express that it's. So basically, like the last 3 video, which it's about one of the story I wrote. It's called it's a series of. So far, there's 4. I'm working on the 4th one, so it's a series, multiple stories. So it's called Huntsman Devastation War, and I'm currently writing the 4th one. So in the last 3 videos, basically it was just kind of like talking about like the progress report about it, kind of in a way to let people know about the Huntsman Devastation War. So it's basically that's what I want. Like the whole creative artist stories that I write, it's just wanted to express that. It's like I keep record of winning all my empty-handed combat fights from 1993 to 1999 and have accumulations of 199 first places in the Pro Tour /tournament to express that. So kind of in a way just to express that. And so anyway, I just, and also my campaign to be ranking up in status and ascensions. As for my campaign to rank up in status and ascensions, I have been serving in the student service from 1993 to 2003, and I, like again, like those 1,000 pages of articles I wrote, I went through, I took the steps to just go through every step by step, like type up each of those student service positions I have served it. Like I added descriptions to when that I served it, and step by step, kind of like in a way, so like how I type out those 1,000 pages of articles, kind of like in a way, to not confuse or mislead anyone, just see it like I imported myself to the PTTS company as a reporter to write about these things, about my life, my the situations in my life, the activities in my schedule. So just see it that way, so that you don't get confused and mislead and things like that. So basically step by step. So